Today is my pastor's birthday, and today is also my leader's birthday. And I went online and I saw that today is like a couple of others' birthday. Like it's like this birthday is happening everywhere. And I think May is quite special. I think May is quite special, It just birthdays everywhere. Like literally, it just feels like everybody was born in the month of May. But it's beautiful. It's good to see. I always love to celebrate people. Anyways, it's my joy. So let me create a poll. Today we're going to be talking about something really, really interesting, really exciting. Hi, Gaspy. Hello, Gaspy. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for also double tapping on your screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to start a poll. Today, we're going to be talking about something quite interesting. Thank you, Gaspy. So I'm going to talk about something interesting. Gaspy, how is your day going, though? How are you doing? How is work? How's it coming? So today, like I said, which I've said like 4 times already, we're going to be talking about something really interesting, which is the question basically is, thank you so much, Gatsby. As it says, you're glowing. That's some period. Thank you so much, Gatsby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today the question basically is, as friendships become easier or tougher with age? That's me says kicking it gradually. I can't complain. I thank God. I thank God. And I pray that you have the rest of your day is beautiful, full of testimonies, alerts. That's some period. So, like I was saying, the question is, as friendships, like keeping and making friendships, has it become easier or tougher with age? So the point is, because I remember when I was on a live session, I think it was last month. I think was it my previous live stream. I think it was this, yeah, I think it was a previous live stream. Hello, never give up. How are you doing? I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy to see you here. Thank you. So just the previous live stream that I had, we're talking about someone raised it up, and then we're like, we should have sessions where we talk about friendships and how, and to just discuss the challenges people are going through with friendships. Because right now we are in a world where in fact the whole concept of friendship is gradually fading off. Yes, never give up says, I'm good, how about you? I'm doing excellently well. Never give up. I like your name. Never give up, really nice. I'm doing excellently well. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm doing excellently well. Thank you so much. Never give up. Where are you watching me from? And thank you for double tapping for those who have liked. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, you're welcome to SebunaTV. I am Sebuna of SebunaTV from Nigeria, and that's a period. So you're welcome to this community. Thank you so much. Feel free to join the conversation. Yes. So as I was saying, let me just create a poll so that everyone that comes in knows exactly what we are talking about. Let me create a Q&A. Has making I think I could just paste this. Let me just type as I'm trying to create a Q&A. It's making or being friends become easier, or trying to type a Q&A for share. Okay, so I think I just hope I would be. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I just want to start that Q&A, and I do hope that it is live. Okay, now it's live. I'll just do in my face. Maybe somewhere here. Okay. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for holding on. Never give up says my first time here. Yes, welcome, never give up. I wish I had a song to welcome you, but yeah, that's fine. Well, you're welcome, SebunaTV. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Lucy Bernard. How are you doing? Thank you for saying hi. How are you? Where are you watching me from? And for those who are just joining me for the first time, I am Sebuna of SebunaTV from Nigeria. That's some period. Katrina Swart says, hello, my name is Aziz. Hi, Aziz. How are you doing? Aziz, are you Nigerian? Because in Nigeria, we have Aziz, but it's spelled AZEEZ. Yeah, it's a Yoruba name, Aziz, and a Muslim name too, I guess. Gasmin says, great to have you here. Never give up. Yes, thank you so much. Katrina Swat says, hi, hi. Lucy says, hey, new vibe. Hi, Lucy. Gasmin says, hi, Lucy. Hi, Katrina. Hello, Ricardo. Katrina! Come on. Everybody, my sisters, living our purpose. Oh, my two favorite sisters are here. Oh my god. Hi, Cordelia. I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you so much. Living Up Purpose says, hi, beautiful Evan. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Living Up Purpose, I've missed you so much. I've missed our chats. Living Up Purpose says, I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Never give up says, you're welcome. Cordelia is Cordelia, don't laugh. I'm so happy to have you here. Like you're such an amazing person, such a vibe. Living Up Purpose says, I just saw the notification and I was actually surprised. Are you serious? Why? Why were you surprised, Living Up Purpose? Because you know that we were talking, I think it was the previous live session, that we were saying that we wanted to have my brother in the beauty. Come on. Yes, there's your sister. That's my brother. That's my brother. Hi, Zulu. Hey, brother. Thank you so much for joining. You already know I was screaming. Oh, my God. Oh my god. Hi, Buddy Trish. Long time. Hello. How are you doing? So happy to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Hi, Buddy. It's been a while. Is it me? Yeah, it's been a while I saw you. Thank you so much. Living Your Purpose. I was gisting you. She's Living Your Purpose is surprised because I had to click my notifications and just saw that you started. So there's a thing with excuse me, I don't know what I'm setting. There's a thing with YouTube now that I don't know, these like I don't know, maybe they're overwhelmed with activities on the platform that not everyone goes up, like you won't get a pop-up notification for every activity. Yeah, so yeah, so Homebody says yes, it's been a while. I'm so happy to see you, Homebody. Thank you so much for joining. Let me give you a blue jacket. Oh my god, I almost put you on timeout. I'm sorry, I wanted to give you a blue jacket. Okay. Living Up Purpose says, let me see that. Lord, as for the scream, we scream. Y'all know I'm gonna scream. You know. I think that's my love. Is it, I call it love language now? I have so many love, but like if I really love you, like whether you're family, friend, whatever, if I just love you, like if I see you after a long time, even if it's not after a long time, every time I see you, I'm gonna go it's I feel like it's my inner child just being happy. It's just me. That's how I am. But if I see you and I'm not excited to see you, trust me that we are not that close. But yeah, these are my people. That's why you hear me scream, because I love these people. Zulu says, I see the bane of my existence is here. For everybody that doesn't know what Zulu is talking about, that's Cordelia. The two of them are like cataracts. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Black eye, black pilled Bill. Hi, how are you doing? You like KFC or watermelon more? None actually, none of both. Blackbeard says, okay. Miss Tura, wow, Miss Tura. Hi, good afternoon. Miss Tura, are you Nigerian? I have someone who's very special to me, that is Miss Tura. It's been a while I heard somebody wear that name. Ombody says, thank you. You're welcome, Ombody. Kadida says, Lengi. He's laughing. Those two people, I remove my hand. Come on. My brother is in the beauty. Christmas. Okay. Hey, because of me, you two have to put a rule to ban screaming on live session. They will have to chain me to be able to do that, because I'm going to scream when I see people I love. Cross farm! Wagwan, my brother, wagwan. Wagwan. He says, Zulu, I am jealous. That's my name. Brother, don't be jealous. Cordelia says, hello, everyone in the chat. Cross farm says, hello, everyone. Cordelia says, cross farm. Yeah, so today, we're talking about, keeping and making friends. Has it become easier or tougher with age? Like, because there was a session, if I go back to the comments, there was, because I want everybody to be aligned as to what we're talking about. There was a session we had, I think it was Zulu, I don't know if you remember the session we had the last time. I think it was the last time, yes, that Living on Purpose was also there. And we said a lot of people are going through challenges with friendships, yes, and it's something that we should talk about like more. I look forward to talking about it, maybe with a co-host, but for today I just want us to talk about it now. Then maybe with a co-host, I'll plan it with another content creator, and then we just talk about it, because it's a topic. I feel like friendships are fading off. Yeah, the entire concept of friendships is fading off. So please share your thoughts. And what are the challenges that you're facing with friendships right now? And do you have friends? Like, how many friends can you actually say I have? I mean friends, like people that actually play the role of friends in your life. Okay. Cordelia says this live stream feels like a reunion. I tell you. Especially seeing Cross Farm. It's been a while I saw Cross Farm on my life. Like, I'm so happy. Living on Purpose is here. My sister Cordelia is here. Everybody's here. Zulu is here. Gaspin is here. Like, the entire place is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then I have new people here to never give up. I have Miss Tura here. Hi, Miss Tura. Zulu says, don't be jealous, brother. Cross Farm. We share the same love, you know. But that's true though, because I have so much love to give, and the love I have for everyone is so full. Like, if you're my brother, if I call you my brother, then you trust me that I love you so dearly. Like, I can break a mountain for you. I can climb the highest mountain for you. Come on, that's some period. Oh my god, Zulu says friends. What friends? I feel like I was expecting that comment from Zulu. Gaston says, Wagwan, Cross Farm. Cross Farm says, Cordelia, you're so right. I tell you. Cross Farm says, Gaston, drivers. So you all share your thoughts. First of all, let me start with the question. How many? I think Zulu already answered his question, meaning 0 friends. So how many friends do you have right now as an adult? How many friends can you boast and say, yes, I have friends? I'm not saying friends that is only, like, you know what I'm talking about. When you Google the definition of friendships, how many friends would you say that you have currently? I mean, friends that you can go to, you can be vulnerable with, you can, they just have your back, yeah? Those kind of friends. I don't mean friends that you have to keep up a if a what's it called now? What's that word? What's that word? What's that word? What's that word? But you just have to behave a certain way around them. No, I mean friends that when you're around them, you're comfortable. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Living on Purpose says, yes, I was expecting that comment from Zulu too, from the last conversation. Yes, because I remember Zulu was saying that right now he doesn't have friends. Basically, he just has sisters, brothers, yes. But right now, friendships is a no. Homebody says two. I feel like if I, for everybody that said I just have one friend, two friends, I feel like I'll be, if they give me $1 for everybody that said two, one friend, oh my god, I'll probably be like, I'll have lots of dollars in my house right now. But yeah, Gasmi says long time no see my brother. Crossfarm says buddy. Zulu says living on purpose, how are you doing? So nobody has given us one answer. Two, Zulu already, I'm sure it's a very big zero. Which is okay, by the way. It's okay. There's nothing to, there's nothing bad about it having 0, 1, 2 friends. But the question is, at what point did we get it wrong? Did we get it wrong, first of all? Or at what point the friendship starts being so hard to maintain, to keep, to create? At what point did it go wrong? What are these challenges that we are going through with friendships? Generally speaking, based on maybe conversations that I've had with people in the past as regards friendships, I think one of the main issues with these friendships is, first of all, I think trust is first of all the issue of trust. Yeah, so you find out that, but I think it's not even a friendship thing. I think it's something that is even cut across humans. Like human beings are not very trustworthy. Some human beings do, not everybody. There are definitely people that are trustworthy. There are people that you can actually trust, but they're not everywhere, right? So that's like number one challenge people have with friendships is trust. Knowing that, oh, I'm friends with you, can I trust you? Can I tell you something and tomorrow I'm not going to hear it in the mouth of someone else? Can I tell you something and I can just trust you not to use it against me in the future? So you find out that, people do not actually trust each other. So in friendships, there's no trust. And when there's no trust, it's more like there's no communication anyways in the first place. And then the friendship is literally on water. The friendship is literally on water. So it's really tough. So I want to know, what challenges have we faced with friendships as adults right now? Because going back to the question of, as friendship become easier or tougher, of course, a big yes to the, oh my god, my comments froze for a while. I just felt it that I wasn't getting comments, something was wrong. Living on Purpose says, I learned that it's good and healthy to put your friends in categories. At first, I didn't like that idea because I see people in the same line, but I understand now. I totally understand what you say, but let me pin this because I want people to be familiar. Thank you so much, Living on Purpose. I watched a video. Let me read the comments first. Zulu says, please like the live. Please double tap if you're here. Like the live stream. For those who are just joining, I'm Sebuna of SebunaTV from Nigeria. And that's on her. Oh my gosh, I'm actually a case, like a character. Living a Purpose says, Zulu, I'm fine, thank you, and yourself. Crossfarm says two. Crossfarm just has 2 friends. Wow, that's amazing. Zulu says, I'm super good, thanks. Living a Purpose says, Zulu, it's so good to hear that you're well. Living a Purpose says, also, you meet different people in different seasons. The kind of relationship you have with one may be different with another. I feel like I want to pin this one. No, let's leave the one I pinned. So the one I pinned, which was what Living on Purpose said, is what I want to talk about now. And I think I totally agree with it, which is categorizing your friendships. Like, I think it's healthy. I think it's so healthy. So the fact that, do not put every friend in your life or everybody in your life, do not give them that title of, oh, friend, and give them that access to everything. everybody shouldn't have the same access to your life. So I think it's so healthy, just as Living on Purpose said, to categorize them. So for example, you have those in your workplace, yes, those people you met in your workplace, or you guys, you vibe, you guys have like a good sense of humor, conversations and all of that. I feel like we should not be too quick to put titles on friendships. Yeah, so I feel like when you have these people in your workplaces, just leave them in that sphere of, oh, your work friends or your work acquaintances or your work people, your work guys, your work girls, just leave it there. Don't now say, oh, because we vibe, we talk, when we're on break, we go on break together, we gist, we help each other with projects and all those things, and immediately you want to make them friends that maybe come to your house, friends that know your family, friend. I feel like that's like a ticking bomb just waiting to explode. Literally. So I feel like that's where the boundaries come in, right? And that's just healthy boundaries for me, if you ask me. It's just important that we just have those healthy boundaries. It's so important. So important. Then there's also the part that, sorry, I'm trying to, yeah. So there's also what we call church friends, which for church I don't even really like to call them friends. I rather call them family, because for church, in the body of Christ, we're brothers and sisters. Yeah, so it's not even just a case of, oh, my friend, even though it's beautiful if you have friends from church, but it's more like it's a family. So I feel like you can also set that boundary that, oh, it's church, it's my people that when I'm going through a challenge, I can call them to pray with them, to pray with me. We can study together, we can grow spiritually together, we can have a wonderful time just growing spiritually. Yeah. Zulu says, friendship to me has more weight than an intimate relationship. Yes, so true. I used to have friends by the dozen. However, I was betrayed and backstabbed and sabotaged. Now I don't even like that word. Man, I'm so sorry, Zulu. Like, I'm laughing not because I'm mocking you, but I'm laughing because I can relate. We've literally, I'm sure everybody has gone through something like that before. Everybody, my sister's here. My sister's here. This is one of the most beautiful ladies in South Africa. That's on period. Because I feel like everyone I know in South Africa is so beautiful. Like, you all are so beautiful. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. Because I'm saying, poo, 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 poo. Yeah, poo, poo, poo. Literally learned that from T. T is so beautiful. T, you're so beautiful. You're so wonderful. It's amazing. So demure. So quiet. So nice. So sweet. Right? Right? Let me give T a blue jacket. Thank you so much for joining, sister. So you can feel... What am I? Oh, I'd already given you a blue jacket. Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay, so going back, Zulu says, even this lady that Zulu, you're looking for trouble. Zulu, I'm not here. Is it? Even this lady that just joined right now, the beautiful one, she's not my friend. Zulu. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because I know what he's doing. Okay, now we've heard you. Anyways, for everybody, for what's the word now? Zulu is my brother. Zulu is an amazing person. I think I'll just use the opportunity to also say little things about people here too. Zulu is an amazing person. Zulu is so honest. Zulu is the kind of person that, well, probably if he sees you, I've never met him one-on-one, but I feel like he's that kind of person that if he sees you and your outfit doesn't just look right, or you don't look good, and you ask him, how do I look, he's going to tell you exactly how you look. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He's going to give you constructive criticism that, hey, you're not doing right, go and fix this up, you need to do better. He's just very honest. Like, and I think it's so nice. It means that he's not a people pleaser. You know, it's good. It's really good. Cordelia says she's forever calm. Girl, she's very calm. Like, when I first met T is just so, hi sister S, how are you doing? You just be like, hi Karabo, hi Lengi. Like, she's just so sweet. Like, she's so sweet. Living on Purpose says, in regards to challenges in adulthood, I would say distance, lack of communication, business, and unmet expectations can cause an issue in friendships. Let me pin this. I need to pin this because I want us to talk about this. Because Living on Purpose, thank you so much. Like, Living on Purpose just summarize a lot of the challenges people are facing with friendships right now. Zulu says, you are so right. Ask Cordelia. Ask Cordelia. Cordelia says, that's exactly how he is. He hates makeup with all his beard. Man, I feel like anybody that has Zulu as a friend, whatever, is going through a lot. Priscilla is here. Oh, my sweetheart is here. I feel like this live stream just has all the people I love. Priscilla, I'm so happy to see you. Priscilla is another one amazing, one beautiful person that I just admire. Like, she's so beautiful. She's very stressless. She's just calm. She's just, and she's intelligent. I just love Priscilla, and she's so expressive. I love you so much, Priscilla. Cordelia says Mrs. Maps. Cordelia says love. Zulu says Mrs. Maps. I like that, Mrs. Maps. That's nice, Mrs. Maps. Oh, it sounds like a brand. It sounds like a brand name, Mrs. Maps. I like that. I like it. T says Priscilla, darling. Priscilla says cordless my Why is cordless my Oh, everyone, see why I love my South African family. Because they are so hilarious, so funny, so amazing, so honest, so genuine. Like, I just love you all. Honestly, like, I love you all. Priscilla says, T, Zulu. Thank you so much, Priscilla. You can join the conversation. I was asking everybody how many friends do they have currently as adults, and making and keeping friends, has it become tougher or easier, and what challenges are you going through with friendships today? So I want to talk about what Living on Purpose said. She said, in regards to challenges in adulthood, I would say distance. See, this distance of a thing, first of all, did I just say first of all? First of all, I am not a fan of long distance, whether it's long distance friendship, long distance relationship, long distance whatever. It's very challenging for me. I'm not saying I definitely have friends that are long distance. In fact, right now, I think one of my most beautiful friends are long distance friends. Yes, so, and I'm so grateful to God for them. But it's challenging because I'm such a lover girl. Like, if I have you as a friend, I want to see you, I want to express my love to you, I want to be able to give to you, I want to be able to hug you, I want to be able to talk to you. You know, I'm that kind of friend. So it's tough for me, yeah, to maintain friendships that are long distance, but I try. Like, I do. And that's the thing, I feel like it's a case of commitment. The same way we commit ourselves to relationships, marriages, whatever it is, even to work, we should also give that same commitment to friendships, you know, and say, you know what, this person, you're my friend. You know, I know we may be going through a challenge of distance right now. It doesn't matter. We'll stay friends. We'll put in the work. We'll put in the effort. So I think that is how I personally am navigating it. Then what Living on Purpose said was categorizing. So I think just knowing, where does this person fall under? Does this person fall under this set of people that I know that when I'm going through a challenge, I can go to them, you know what, I need you to pray with me. Do you know that there are some people that, like, in the midst of all their friends, their circle of friends, they have so many friends, but when they are going through life's toughest challenges, they don't have any friends that can actually stand in the gap for them in prayer. You know, there are some challenges that you have in life that, you know, I need somebody to pray with me. I'm going to use one of my sisters here, Living on Purpose, who is actually my friend as well. I remember there was one time I had to call her, and I was like, you know what, I want us to pray concerning something. And we got the victory. We got the victory notes because we prayed together. And at that point, I needed to pray with someone. Yeah. So even even everyone just needs, you just sometimes just need those people that are praying for you, that you can say, okay, even it might not even necessarily be for you. You just want to pray together with someone. You want to make power available with someone. Some people don't have that. Some people don't have any friend like that. There's some people, they don't have friends they can actually have deep conversations with. I mean, I'm not talking vibes. There's good that their friendship is all about vibes. When your friendship is all about everybody shining their teeth, everybody's laughter and all those things. And it's not always going to be like that, because there are sometimes in friendships you just have to have certain conversations. You just want to be able to talk. You want to talk about certain things. You want to go deep into conversations. For some people, you have to have those kind of friends that you can say, oh, this particular friend, I can have such conversations with this person. I can rub minds with this person as regards life, relationships, whatever it is. You just know that this person has a level of depth. Now, this particular person might not necessarily be the person you want to invite to go to a party with you, or to go out with you to a social gathering. The person might not be an outgoing person. The person might not be an extrovert, but the person might be good with just being there to have those conversations when you want to just pour out your heart. You want to just call someone by 2 p.m. and just talk. It best doesn't have to necessarily be the opposite gender. It could be same sex, your fellow lady or your fellow guy. You just want to just talk, just have that. Someone very dear to me calls it brain massage, like mental massage. You just want to have that. When you talk to someone and you feel that, oh yes, you just had a conversation, you just felt good. I feel like in your circle of friends, every one of them should play certain roles. It's not so important that one person plays all of these roles. No, I even feel like we shouldn't even put that kind of load on just one person. You should have friends that, oh, this one is spiritual. When it's time to make power available, war in the spirit, you call this person. When it's time to intercede, when it's time, you just know that this person has this. And one person can have more than one of this. One person can play more than one of these roles in your life, and that's amazing. If you find someone like that, happy are you. But if not, just stick to it. If it's work, let it be work. There's some people that you just know that this friend is kind of friend that if you want to start a new project, this friend is there to help you with your project management. This friend is there to help you to assist you with drawing up a proposal, assist you to coming up with business strategies, assist you with different things. You understand that as regards career. Oh my god, my comments froze again. I was saying is that I wasn't saying. I'm so sorry, everybody. I was just talking. I wasn't seeing comments. I don't know what's up with YouTube. I had to refresh this YouTube message. Oh my god. Cross Farm says, living on purpose, you summarized it very well. Yeah, she did. Priscilla Mom says, I love you too, Sebuna. You're too sweet. I love you so much, Priscilla. I've not met you, but I love you. I feel like I have to visit South Africa. Right now, it's non-negotiable. I just have to visit South Africa. It's an amazing place, amazing vibes, and amazing spirits. And I have so many beautiful people in South Africa. So, yes. Cordelia says, hello, Niggy. Oh, Niggy's here. Hi, Niggy Best. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Let me give you a blue jacket, Niggy Best. Thank you so much for joining. I'm sorry, my comments froze. It froze for a while. Cordelia says hello, Niggy. Priscilla says hi, Niggy. Cordelia says I'm cordless. Cordless the boneless. Cordless the boneless. Priscilla is laughing. Siri. Oh, Cyril. Long time, my brother. Cyril, it's so good to see you. First thing that's like, second that's to comment. Hello, Sebuna from SebunaTV of Nigeria. That's our period. Says it's been a while. How are you doing? I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome, Cyril. I'm having a very beautiful day, and I'm having a very beautiful conversation. I feel like, when you have that intimate gathering with your people, like with your one-of-ones, like you have your day ones. That's how I'm feeling right now. It's such a beautiful I'm having just beautiful circle here. Living on Purpose says long distance relationships or friendships require intentionality and commitment. Girl, it really does require intention. If you're not intentional about that friendship, if you're not committed to it, it's going to fade away. Yep. Siri says, hello Cordelia, hello everyone. T says, T, thank you so much for the love. Hi Agulo. Hey sister, thank you so much for joining. Agulo, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I'm always happy to see you. Cordelia says, hello, Siri. Siri says, hello, living on purpose. Siri says, how are you, Cordelia? Priscilla Map says, Siri, hi. Zulu says, I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Sebuna. There's no question. There's no question that you're a very nice person. I'm just curious. Okay, all right. How do you handle being betrayed by a best friend? You seem like you're too kind. Oh my God, Zulu. Zulu, let me read the comments and then I'll come back to this question. Let me just, because I feel like I'm backwards in the comments. Siri says, Priscilla there, how are you doing? Living on Purpose says, Siri, hello. Kadida says, I'm well, Siri. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Tyler, how are you doing, Tyler? Thank you so much for joining. Priscilla Map says, good questions. Good question, Zulu. Have you yourself been betrayed by a bestie? I think Zulu already mentioned it earlier that there was a time where he had friends and he was backstabbed, sabotaged. Yeah, so I think to answer that question on behalf of Zulu, I think yes. Priscilla says, Siri, I don't want to lie. Priscilla, don't worry. You're gonna have a beautiful rest of your day. It just takes a minute for God to change the course of your day. Yeah, just create your own happiness, my love. I know that I love you. Siri says, Priscilla J, how are you doing? Siri says, I understand, Priscilla. Priscilla says, Lord, how are you yourself? Tyler says, hey, Siri. Siri says, I'm very well. Hello, Tyler. How are you doing? How have you been, rather? Living on Purpose says, I think my struggle that I had with friendship that made me put people in categories is this: when people only call me when they need something, it made me feel a certain way. It's not fair. This table is another table, that some people just reach out to you only when they need something, and they remember you only when they need. I think it's actually very common with a lot of people, actually. Yeah. James, hi James, thank you so much. Says you're beautiful, your smile will light up every room. Thank you so much, James. That was so kind of you. Thank you. Living on Purpose says, putting people in categories has given me a level of peace, and I'm so grateful to God for. I love people, and my heart is kind and always willing to show up, but I must guard my heart. I love you, Living on Purpose. See why I love you. See why I love you. Let me go back to this question. Okay, so the question is, how do you handle being betrayed by a best friend? How do I handle it? You seem like you're too kind. Okay, so I think the sub question in that question is, have I ever been betrayed by a best friend? Yes. Did you hear that? Yes. That yes is like a capital yes. Yes, I have been betrayed by best friends. I have, actually. But does it mean that I've not had beautiful friendships? Oh yes, I've had beautiful friendships, but it just gets to that point in that friendship where the person just starts, how do I put it now? Person just changes. Person just starts acting weird and like, where, how. So how do I handle it? First of all, this honesty, yeah. I'm trying my best to be very honest with everybody. My first reaction to being betrayed by a best friend is, first of all, I go into shock. Like, I go into I go into like serious shock. Like, and the shock is more like, I'm amazed. Like, I'm shocked. I'm like, wow, that's my first reaction. Like, literally, I'm not going to come here and tell you, oh, I'm a strong girl. No, the first one is, I just go into a state of shock. That shock of, you can't believe that this person actually did what they did, right? Tyler says, I've missed you, Serial. So it's like this person that you felt you knew, you thought you knew this person, you thought this person was your person, you thought this person had your back, you thought you could vouch for this person, you thought that there were certain things that if somebody comes to you and says this person did, you will be like, no, it's not possible, this person can never do this. So I just go into that state of shock. Then afterwards I, of course, me, to anyone that knows me knows I'm a crybaby, so definitely I'm going to express myself through crying, and crying helps me relieve myself a lot. I relieve myself a lot through crying. So yeah, I'm going to cry. I'm probably going to cry for the next couple of months. Like every time I remember it, I'll probably just cry. Yeah, because it hurts. I know why it hurts is, so friendship heartbreaks and friendship betrayals hurts more for people that are actually really kind, for people that are actually lovers, like they love you genuinely. So people that actually love genuinely, wholeheartedly, it hurts more, it hurts them more. It may not hurt people that barely love you or barely put in the work in the friendship. Probably they are just in it for something. But for people that actually love you, they're just kind people. They even pray for you. They just have you. You have your interest at heart. It hurts even more. So being in shock, going crying, and then depending on the gravity of the betrayal, sometimes I might want to confront you. Sometimes, depending on the gravity of the betrayal, I would want to, like, let's talk about this thing. What's happening? Why? What's going on? I want us to talk. Let's talk it out. Tell me what's going on, what's happening. Because I don't like to assume. So I want to understand the situation. What's happening? Why did you do what you did? Why are you saying what you're saying? So I don't just fill my head with assumptions. So that's that. Then after that, depending on the person's response, because so let me tell you how I am. This is my person. Wait, let me refresh this thing to be sure that my messages are not hanging again. Okay, it's not hanging. All right, so now, like I was saying, this is my kind of, yeah. Oh my god, I have a sound mind. I feel like I just what I wanted to say just skipped. It literally just skipped. Okay, yes, I'm back. So this is my person, right? Siri says yes, so Tyler. So I'm the kind of person that when you do something wrong to me, yes, I do not make conclusions immediately without getting a response from you. For example, you did something, I found out that you did something, or you said something, I want to wait till when I speak to you. Now, what is going to determine my decision? What is going to determine my reaction? What is going to determine, in fact, the future of that friendship or relationship is your response. So I'm that kind of person that if I catch you doing something wrong, if I find out you did something wrong to me, if you do something really hurtful to me, it's your response after, like when I bring it up. Your first set of response determines how I'm going to react to the situation, determines my decision and all of that. Zulu says, do you forgive them, then reconcile? Forgive and I feel like Zulu is like Sebuna hits the nail on the head. Sebuna is like, Zulu is more like, hey, don't go around the corners, just hit the nail on the head. Okay, let me go direct. Do I forgive them, then reconcile? Do I forgive and forget? Do I ignore and move on? Or you are vengeful? You see that last part? Nah, that is not even me. I'm definitely not a fan of vengeance. I'm not a fan of getting back at people for what they did to me. No, I'm not that kind of person. Do I now forgive them, then reconcile? Yes, I think the first part for me, I forgive, because the truth is my heart is fragile. Like my heart is very sensitive. So I can't keep bitterness in my heart for too long. The more I keep it in my heart, the more I'm damaged, the more it affects me. So I have to actually come to a place where, so most times what I do is, especially when it's a very hurtful betrayal, I just go and pray, and I tell God, and in the prayer I say, I mention the person's name. For example, the person's name is Tony. I say, or Blessing. I'll just say, I forgive you, Blessing. I love you, Blessing. I say it in prayer until I can say it and mutter those words. That's when I've truly forgiven the person. If I'm in prayer and I cannot still say, I forgive you and I love you, and mention that person's name in prayer, then I've not forgiven that person. So what I do is, even in the pain, in the crying, and all of those things, I forgive the person first. I forgive the person first, because I don't like to keep hurt in my heart. It's not healthy for me. It's not. It's not healthy for anybody. It's going to destroy you. Hurt, bitterness is not healthy. So I forgive, and then if I can reconcile. So you see, the thing with reconciliation, Zulu, let me tell you, the thing with reconciliation is a two-way thing. Do you understand? Once I forgive you, I'm okay with myself. I feel like I've reconciled with myself. I'm at peace with myself. Do you understand? I will try to see if I can make amends. I will tell you I've forgiven you and all those stuff. It's fine. All of that. I may even just one day after I've healed, call you and be like, oh, how are you doing? And checking on you and just laugh with you. It means I've forgiven you. So reconciliation is a two-way thing. You can reconcile with yourself and be at peace with yourself, but the person, it may not be the same way with the person. So, and then sometimes there's some issues that will happen and you just feel like, no, I don't want this person in my corner anymore. So if after a disagreement or a betrayal like that, and I feel like, no, you're not healthy for me anymore, I'm going to put you aside. I'll forgive you, but I'm going to create a very big gap between myself and you. Forgetting, I used to remember I used to remember some things people do to me, but there are some that out of mind is out of sight is out of mind. Once I just discard you. Sorry for using the word discard, because some people are actually very, very amazing people. Some people are actually very wicked, actually. So once I separate myself from you, I forget everything. Like, I literally just forget. Yeah. Tyler says cross farm. Priscilla says, I forgive, I never revenge. Like, why? You shouldn't even revenge. I feel like you revenging is just is an act of, you don't have self-love for yourself. Don't revenge. Leave it. Just grow, move on. Let them see your success. Let them see you thrive. Just be you. Be at peace. It will even have more effect than vengeance. Zulu says you should come to South Africa. You will have a heart of stone. Wait, South Africa is that bad? He said you have a heart of stone in 1 week. Oh my God, Zulu, I don't think so. Because I've also gone through my share of disappointment too. And if I don't have a heart of stone yet, I think I can survive. Because you have to just guard your heart. You have to stay true to yourself. Don't let anyone's hurt, don't let anybody's whatever actions change who you are. Because once people's actions and hurts change the core of your person, it's bad. I remember there was one time, let me gist you people before I go back to the comments, because I know I have comments. Let me gist you. There was one time where one of my friends that really, I don't use the word betrayed, but this person really hurts me, yeah. And he said something, he made some statements that day we fell out. And he said statements like, he knows exactly what to say. He knows that he was saying something like, he knows what to say to break me, like to make me cry, to make me, like he knows what he will say now that will make me start crying. So it's like these people know what they are doing because they know you so well. Some people are so wicked that they know you so well. So they're going to say those things that they know will trigger you. They're going to do those things that they know will hurt you. That's why I want us to be careful with choices of friends. Involve the Holy Spirit before choosing your friends. Pray about your friendships. Friendships play a very big role in your lives. Like, seriously. Cordelia says, if Zulu were to betray me, I'm coming for his YouTube. I'm coming for his YouTube channel. I'm taking over. I think Zulu is not a time to betray. I think Zulu is kind of person that once he doesn't like you anymore, he will just tell you he doesn't like you anymore. This friendship is not working, and he will go. I don't think Zulu has the time to say he wants to betray someone. Zulu, Cordelia. James says the thing is, I rather not even have a friend because the human brain is programmed to learn, and once you have a friend, you are not likely to escape their bad character. Not having friends is best. Are you serious? Wow. Ah, Mama Caro! Mama Caro in the building. Thank you so much for joining, Mama Caro. I love you so much. I missed this. I was just thinking about you. Was it yesterday or this morning? I was just thinking about you. How are you, Mama Caro? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much. So much. So much. Thank you, Mama. Cecilia says, I never reconcile if I found out. I want to talk about James though. Yes, this is best not to have friends. For me, I don't think so. I think friends play a big role in your life. So I wouldn't categorically say that it's best not to have friends. Yeah, I would say there are really great benefits of having true friends. I think it's just finding those friends that align with God's will for your life, those kingdom friendships, those divine friendships. Yeah, and then as living on purpose, we always say knowing when the season of a friendship is over. Yeah. So Priscilla says, I never reconcile if I found out on my own. If I have not found out, you wouldn't have been unrepentant, continue with the betrayal. This thing, you sound like me living on purpose, literally, because I sometimes I always tell people that, okay, so what if I didn't find out? Would you have told me? Would you have come straight to me? Would you have, But then again, I feel like sometimes you just give grace to people, yeah. You just give, people are growing, people are learning, people are hurting, people are people. People are people. So you just give grace sometimes if the person is worth giving grace to. If you feel this friendship is going to continue to be beneficial to you, if you feel like this friendship is going to be healthy for you, then you can give grace, and the person is truly remorse, and actually earns that forgiveness and trust, then yeah, you could probably give it a chance. Zulu says James, yes, spot on. Zulu, I'm not surprised you are supporting James. James says, and just because of a betrayal from a friend when I was a kid, I'd never had a friend. Are you serious, James? Wow. Since when you were a kid, you've never had a friend? Because once you guys get fond of each other, there must be an issue. I don't think there's any relationship that there are no issues. Like, even I feel like you will probably, people in families, like family members have disagreements, family members have fallouts, like betrayals happen even amongst family members. So would you now say, oh, because I had a betrayal, my family member hurts me, we had issues, and then immediately you just say, oh, you want to this whether it's this brother, this sister, like you want to cut ties with your family because of that. I feel like if you give grace to your family, you should give grace to your friends. I don't think we should quickly rule out the fact that, oh, because we are two human beings from different backgrounds, so we must learn to work together, and while working together there will be challenges, there will be issues, there will be misunderstandings. It's bound to happen because you both are coming to know each other. You're two different people. Even twins have fallout, twins have issues. Yeah, but yeah, I'm learning. Anyway, let's keep it coming. Zulu says having friends opens the door. Zulu, having friends opens the door to all the feels. I'm just not. Okay, you know what, everyone, let's some people change the narrative. What are the positive things that having friends has had in your lives? Like, let's not dwell on the negative, because I feel like if we keep dwelling on the negative, because some people, this friend has done maybe amazing things for them, has been amazing to them. So let's also see, as friendships also had positive effects in our lives, aside the negative ones that got to us. Let's also highlight some of the positive effects of friends, good friends in our lives. Yeah, Zulu, I don't know what to say. Makara says, for the question, it is easier because of older age. Oh, really? You are wiser and have more insight, hopefully. You grow to know what's best for your life. If you find 3 good friends in a lifetime, you are blessed. I think I love what Mama Caro, please permit me to pin your message, because this is beautiful. So Mama Caro is saying, for the question, it is easier because of older age. So this is like saying, oh, it's actually easier because when you grow older, you are more self-aware. You know what you want, you know what is good for you, you know what is healthy for you. So when you spot someone, even from afar, you can tell, is this person going to be healthy for me? Now you understand, you know your left from your right. But when we were younger, we just had friends with just anybody. We didn't necessarily have self-awareness. You grow to know what's best for your life. And if you find 3, I think right now, I don't know, I don't think I have more than friends. How many friends do I have currently in my life? I don't think they are more than 5, 6. I didn't. And then the closest ones, yeah, let's just say 5. Let's say 5, yeah. Friends, yeah, let's just say 5, yeah. But I think the closest ones to me are like 3. Yeah, 3 people right now in my life. 3 people. But yeah, let's say 5 in general. Then the closest ones to me are, and I'll categorize these 5 people. Living on Purpose says extend grace. I totally agree. Yes. Priscilla Map says grace is reserved. I love you people so much. I love this comment section. Priscilla said grace is reserved for family. I'm sorry, I just can't. oh my god, oh my god. Priscilla, grace is reserved. I'm sorry. Meaning grace is not for friends, it's for Mama Karen says, good topic, daughter. Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mom. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Zulu says, no one is worth giving. I don't know why I'm laughing, but you all are cracking me up. I'm like, only God. Only God turns the other cheek. I'm a Zulu man. I don't even know what grace means. I wouldn't even name. Okay, that was funny. But Zulu, wait. let's take it back a little. Yeah. Where's the comments now? Yeah. I always say that I always like to use this illustration when it comes to our relationships with people. And I would say this: we as humans, or we as, whether you want to call yourselves a human spirit being, but if you fault in certain areas of your life, for example, your relationship with God. Now, maybe you did something, you made a mistake, you fell out, you deviated, you did some wrongs in your life. There were times where you really messed up. If you really dig deep, you know that there were times you messed up, and maybe those times you're struggling, even with your spirituality. Maybe you're even feeling that, oh, God doesn't want to see me right now, and maybe you stayed away from church because of those things that you did. Yeah. If God could give us grace, if our Father could extend grace to us, and in those times where we felt like a mess, in those times where we felt like, oh man, no, I can't even stand before the Lord right now, I've messed up big time. Some people have betrayed their love for Christ. Some people have done very terrible things, but then they come to the house of God, they receive Christ into their hearts, or maybe they're already born again, and then they just fellowship, and maybe the choir is singing, ministering in songs, and then they just experience that manifestation of the Spirit, and they are amazed that, wow, so God still loves me despite what I did. So God is even probably even still blessing them despite the wrongdoings, you know. So the thing is, if our Heavenly Father can extend grace to, in quotes, the worst person on earth, and still love them, and still bless them, and still cater for them, and still open his arms of love to them, then why shouldn't we extend grace to other people? I feel like we should forgive. Forgiveness is like, it's our nature in Christ. We should forgive. You can't hold it. So you know what they say, forgiveness is more for you than it is for the other person. It's okay if the person doesn't want to get better for themselves. It's okay if the person doesn't want to learn, you know. But for yourself, for your health, for your peace of mind, for your spiritual life, for your sanity, forgive. Let it go. I think I've shared the story of someone that really hurts me in my life and how I forgave that person. I'm talking of hurts that lingered over the years. I'm talking tens of years. Like, I'm talking a long time, and I'll let you know how I forgave this person. I'll tell you. Living a Purpose says forgiveness is very important. Any relationship requires two people who are willing to forgive. Like, it's so key. It's so key because people are growing, people are learning. For example, me as a person, you as a person, you're not the way you were 10 years ago. You're not the way you were 5 years ago. You're not the way you were 20 years ago. There's certain things you probably did to certain people. Because, you know, when we talk about friendships, we like to always put ourselves in the receiving end. What about in the giving end? There are some people that you probably did some things to, you know, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but they felt hurt by whatever it is that you did. So I'm like, you just have to forgive. You just have to forgive because people are growing, people are learning. Not everybody is on the same level with you intellectually, spiritually, in every way. So you have to give grace. And then even before, that's when you enter the friendship. But what I always just advise is that from the beginning, be careful with your choice of friendships. At that point where you still have the time to evaluate the person, check if this person aligns with you, this person tick the necessary boxes, you know, vet this person spiritually in prayer, vet this person with different things, and be sure that this person can actually be in your space. The thing is, some of us jump into friendships out of excitement, out of, oh, we vibe, there's a chemistry. What is chemistry? This is your life we're talking about. You're talking about chemistry. You have to have serious reasons why you're becoming friends with someone, you know. Let me continue. Priscilla Maps, okay, have I read that? You use discernment in your grace. Even God can. So you see, Priscilla Maps, what I'm saying is, give grace to people in terms of forgiveness, yeah. And then there's also giving grace to people is if you feel like, oh, this relationship is still something you want to have, and it's okay if you say, oh, I forgive you, but I do not want to be in contact with you. I do not want to be in close proximity with you. I do not want you having access to my life because of maybe the person, the kind of person they are. It's okay. I've had people that I cut ties with and I forgave them, but these people, I couldn't just keep them in my life. One, because their season in my life has ended, which is so important. You need to know when the season of a friendship has ended, when it is over. Yes, it's so important. Not every friendship is meant to last a lifetime. Not every friendship is meant to last 5 years. Not every friendship is meant to last 1 month. Some friendships are just probably supposed to last 2 weeks, some 1 month, some 1 year. It's just for a purpose, and when you fulfill that purpose, you should be discerning enough to know when to exit. That's on period. Let it go. Like, just let it go, you know. Mama Carol says twins do have issues. My 13-year-old grandsons do, but still can't live each other. Exactly. Even people that are twins that came out of the belly together, they are always together, they look alike, they have fallouts, they have disagreements, they have misunderstandings, you know. But the thing is, I always tell people that care to hear is that always know your why. Always know why. Like, why are you in this friendship? Why did you choose this person as your friend? Why do you love this person? You know, always know your why. The issue is that most of us don't even know our whys. Why is this person in your life? Why do you love this person? Why do you do what you do? Why do you keep this person around? Why are you doing what you're doing for this person? Just make sure that you always have a motive. Like, have a good why. Why are you here? Why is this person here? Is this person just here to just fill up space? or is there actually a reason why this person is here? So you should also even ask, when people come into your life, pray to God and ask God, why is this person in my life? What role am I supposed to play in this person's life? What role is this person supposed to play in my life? And stick to the role. Don't extend the access the person has to your life. If there's just a role, the role is supposed to be business, then keep it as business relationship, business friendships, and you won't have issues. You won't have issues. Living on purpose says, I mean, forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean because exactly you can forgive and still carry forward. Yes, you can forgive and say, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. You don't have to be friends with everybody. No. Zulu, read our comments first before we move to the positive. Zulu, oh my God, Zulu, stop. Priscilla Mom says, true, living on purpose. Priscilla says, no, Zulu, what do you mean there's any... I feel like Zulu has come to a place that there's no positive, but I've had positive a lot. I've had friendships that have positively impacted my life, like a lot of friendships that even these same friendships where we had fallouts, they've actually had positive impacts in my life. Yeah, but maybe just I wasn't discerning enough to know when this season of that friendship was over, or maybe it was just their shame on them. Anyways, James says the negative ones in some cases can be life-taking. Believe me, I have had stories. I have heard stories. I have heard people that almost got their entire life destroyed because of bad friendships, bad relationships. It's so true. It is real, and we must learn how to navigate it. Put God first in our friendships. Put God first in our lives first. Because I feel like we are in a point where some people make friends their God. Like, your friend is your Holy Spirit. When anything happens in your life, the first person you want to call is your friend. When you're going through a challenge, the first person you want to talk to is your friend. When something good happens in your life, the first person you want to talk to is your friend. Where does God come in? I think that's where one of the challenges. You've made this person an idol. Yeah, some friends are idols in some people's lives. Some friends are playing the role of God in some people's lives, and you don't know. I feel like have a very healthy relationship with God first. Then have a balanced life too. Social life, spiritual life, relationship life. Let every of your life be balanced. You'll find out that your friends are not really, they don't have so much control over your life, because every part of your life is healthy, is balanced. There's a balance in your life. Yeah. Let me just go through the comment before I Living on Purpose says friendship is beautiful. There are so many beautiful things when it comes to friendship. You have someone you can, okay. Yes, friendship is actually very beautiful. I've had so many testimonies with friendship. I've had positive impact from friendship. Carol says in a lifetime, real honest friends. Yes, real honest friends. I mean, genuine friends who are ready to put in the work. Living on Purpose says also, not everyone you call your friend classifies you as a friend. Living on Purpose, thank you for that. You see this point? See, if you agree with what Living on Purpose, let me pin this. If you agree on what if you agree with what Living on Purpose just said, please just put a 100% emoji, because not everybody you call friend is your friend, and that's okay. See, there's some people that I might call them friends, but I'm not friends to them. They don't regard me as their friend, but I may regard them as their friend. Like, that point where some people say, oh, your best friend is not your best friend, or something like that. When you have a best friend but your best friend is somebody else's best friend. Yeah, that kind of thing. I feel like that's why it's important to know your place in people's life. Don't over assume that someone is actually your friend. Be sure that it's mutual. And I think it's also okay if it's not. Is it okay if it's not mutual? I think so, but I feel like the friendship needs to come from both ways. So if you are friends with somebody that is not your friend, I feel like it's a problem. You're going to struggle with that friendship. Does the person prioritize you as much as you prioritize them? Does the person look out for you as much as you look out for them? Does the person do stuff that you can say, oh yes, this person actually did stuff to show that I'm their friend, they love me, they can go all out for me? If they're not reciprocating, if they are not, if you can't feel their impact in your life, it's almost looking like you are even forcing the friendship. Then there's that friendship is not, it's not two-way, it's one way. And if that's your vibe, if you're comfortable with having a one-way friendship, then that's okay by you. But for me, if I say someone is my friend, it has to be both ways. Like, it has to be both ways. I'm not saying you should love the way I love, because that's another thing. Expectations. Sometimes we expect people to love us just as we love them. The truth is, the way I love you, for example, I'm such a lover girl, and I have my kind of love. I have the way I show love to someone. For example, if I'm your friend, I like to gift you stuff. If I'm your friend, I like to pray for you. If I'm your friend, I like to talk with you. I like to have long hours of conversation with you. If I'm your friend, you would know. I will show up. I will be present in your life. You will just know, But sometimes we now fail to understand that that other person may not necessarily reciprocate it the same way. Like, the way you love may not be the same way that they love. Some people have experienced life and love in different ways in their lives, that they don't necessarily love the way you love. So some people, their love is, when you need them, they show up. They may not necessarily know how to communicate. Some people are bad communicators, like they don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to keep in touch, So that's why I say extend grace, and understand that not everybody will love you the way that you love them. No, people have the different ways that they show love, that they express love. Let me continue. It's sad because people want friends but don't know how to be a friend. Living on purpose. Living on purpose. Let me replace it. I feel like living on purpose is just hitting the nail on the head, because the truth is, are you a good friend? Sometimes we always crave, I want amazing friends, but are we amazing friends? And I think that's where self-development comes to play. You have to heal. You have to heal. You have to consciously develop yourself. You have to be healthy for yourself and for the people around you too. You have to also put in the work to be better, like be a better person. You can't just always play the blame game that, or be at the receiving end. Person was like, are you a good friend? Ask yourself, would you be friends with you? If you were cloned, if you're another person, like, would you pick you as a friend? Would you be friends with yourself? Are you an easygoing person? Like, ask yourself, if you were friends with you, would that friendship be easy? Would that friendship be beautiful? Yeah. I think we should ask ourselves that question. You see, let's say the way Sebuna is laughing, I'm even laughing. I'm even laughing even when I do stuff. But I like it. Zulu says Mrs. Maps is there. Mama Carol says grace reserved for family, but sometimes friends are better than. Hey, Mama Carol, I feel like dashing you $1,000. Grace is forgiveness, right? Yes, grace is forgiveness. Grace is just being considerate enough, just being understanding, just don't be so quick to conclude or judge people. Just give grace sometimes, especially to those people that that these people are amazing people. Maybe they just need to work on themselves. Grace is forgiveness. Grace is just, you did something to hurt me, but I forgive you. It's okay. James says, but there is something friendship always leads to: building hidden jealousy, career competition, leading to hatred. There's a lifetime bad belly enemy. James, I see you, I hear you, and I think that's something I want to talk about. What is this thing with, I've watched videos where people will say, your friends have silent competition. What is that thing? What is that thing? Please enlighten me, because I've read about it. I'm like, what do you mean you have silent competition with your friend? I feel like that thing comes from a place of bitterness, from a place of lack of self-love, from a place of insecurity, where you are seeing your friend doing well and you're jealous. You're now silently competing with your friends. I feel like I don't want to have such people in my life. Stay away from me. Priscilla Mab says, grace is extending forgiveness to include Tolerance. Yes. Tolerate people. Yes. Give them a benefit of doubt. Yes, that's the word. Just give people a benefit of doubt. You know, the same grace that you would require from someone that, oh, when the thing is, some of us ourselves, there's sometimes we do stuff to people that are not nice and they forgive us and we are happy they forgive us, right? So that same grace, sometimes let's extend it to other people. Yeah, let's extend it to some other people and just forgive them, you know, understand, you know, the same grace we require, we desire, let's extend it. That's basically it. Forgiveness is releasing emotions of resentment, yes, hatred, bitterness, and all of that. Just doing away with it and just breathe. Just breathe and say, it's okay. I let go. I forgive. I love you. You know, yeah. And your heart to be lighter. Your heart to be lighter. Your life will be more at peace. You know, yeah. Zulu says there's a great distinction. I've not read this comment, but Zulu just comes with, like, Zulu is like, and I'm not sure who that was. I wasn't expecting a call anyways. But yes. I'm so sorry everyone. I'm sorry for that. This is it disturbance? No, distraction. Okay, so I was on Zulu's comment. Zulu says God's love is great. Men of flesh are easily triggered. Grace for grace for us is foreign. Maybe I've been hurt too much. Grace, Zulu, I think with you, I think you've been hurt too much. I think you've gone through a whole lot of disappointments and I think you need to let go. I think you need to let go of so many things. I think you need to detox. I think you need to refresh. You need to click the reset button. You know, yeah, I think that's what you need, Zulu, because, and I think I've been where you are, where I just feel like, nah. Sometimes I'll just be asking God, I'll be like, God, why did you give me such a beautiful heart? Why did you give me such a kind heart, a loving heart? Sometimes you just want to be mean. But I grew up to understand that when you come into Christ becomes your nature. So you cannot differentiate and say you want to separate yourself from God and say, oh, God, grace is for God, love is for God. He has come to live in us so that we can be a reflection of him. So it's like, let your life be a reflection of Christ. I always say this, let the world see Jesus in your eyes. So let the love of Christ be seen in you. So when the love of Christ is in you, hatred cannot be, light and darkness cannot be in the same place, right? Oh my God, I'm sorry, Jesus. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. That was so embarrassing. But yes, as I was saying, we're not embarrassed. We're not embarrassed. It happens. That was so. It was at the spur of the moment. I hope nobody heard. But yes, as I was saying, light and darkness cannot be in the same room, right? For example, if this place was dark, like really dark, and then light comes up, no, excuse me, if this place was really dark and light comes up, yes, will the darkness still remain? No. Because when the light comes up, what happens? Darkness immediately vanishes, right? Now, it's the same thing with love and hatred, or when you say you have Christ in you and you still want to hate. When you say you have Christ in you and you say, oh, you still want to be jealous, you still want to hold on to grudges, it cannot happen. There's a conflict of interest. So if you say you have Christ in you, if you say the love of God is shed abroad in your heart, then you can't have a place for hatred. Then you have to love fully. You have to love wholeheartedly. It doesn't matter what is done to you. You have to come to that point of resilience that no matter what people do to me, I'm going to choose love. I'm going to reflect love with through my relationships, my friends, what I do. I'm not going to allow people's bad behavior change the core of my person. I'm not going to allow people's short. I'm sorry, a call. Who is this? Let me just block the person for now. I don't know who this person is. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, a call came in again. The person keeps calling. I'm not sure who that person is. But yeah, as I was saying, the person, now I have a sound mind. I remember. Like I said, yes, don't allow people's shortcomings change who you are. Keep loving, keep being who you are. If they keep misbehaving, then that's on them. That's shame on them. It doesn't change you. You're still loving. You are you, you know? Yeah, basically. So Unlock, unlock your boy, unlock your boy, unlock your boy, unlock your boy, unlock your boys, unlock. Hey, my love, so happy to see you. Everyone, meet my friend Unlock Your Voice podcast. That's my sister. My sister, who is such an amazing person, by the way. She has a wonderful podcast channel on self-development, growth. It's just a beautiful, healthy channel. Yeah, you should check her out. Living on Purpose says every giving relationship has its ups and downs. The same with friendship. Forgiveness is key. Don't miss out on awesome friends because of what you have experienced. Yes, I've had awesome friends though. Oh my God. See, I've had, as much as I've had disappointments and disagreements and experienced betrayals, I have had friends who have brought down mountains for me. I've had friends who had left, when some people are so selfless to you that they forget themselves and they prioritize you, they prioritize your needs, they prioritize whatever it is that you're going through. Yeah, I've had friends that prioritize me. I've had friends that have helped me grow, that have been there for me, that have stood by me. They've I have good, I still have them, you understand? But I'm saying that I don't want to completely zero out the positive impacts that friends have on your life, because friendships has benefited me a lot. I've grown through friendships. No, friendships, see, they are beautiful friends though. They are amazing friends. Don't close your heart yet. Don't harden your heart. If not, you'll be missing out on God's blessings, because God blesses us through friends. Yes, it does as well. It brings people in our lives at certain times of our lives to help us, to bless us, to just be there for us. It speaks to us through friends too. So please do not harden your heart though. Don't, please. Thank you so much, Living on Purpose, for that. I need to pin that. Yeah. Hi, lovies. I don't want to mention the next second part, but hi. I don't know about it. I don't know. Yeah. Priscilla Map says, I use God as my guide. He has rules that can cast you away from his presence forever. I am no better than him. I am my father's daughter. That's so beautiful. See, just love the way Christ loves. See, I want to even tell you, do you know that Jesus Christ was a man on earth? If you study your Bible, you know that Jesus lived on earth, right? Check it out. Jesus' closest people also betrayed him. Peter betrayed Jesus, didn't he? Did he not? Did Jesus now say, oh, Peter, my closest person, my right hand man, if Peter can betray me, then I'm not going to, then he will not tell God that, God, and you want me to die for these people that are betraying me? When they betray you in front of you, not that you, like literally Peter denied Jesus, literally. Then there's also, I think, this Judas Iscariot, right? These people betrayed Jesus, as good as Jesus was. As good, when you read the Bible, Jesus was flawless. This man was without fault. He was without sin. He was a flawless, sinless, faultless person on earth, and he was still betrayed. So why are you not saying you don't want to be? You will be betrayed. There was no time I was talking with somebody that said, oh, so because somebody hurts you now, you want to say you don't want to have friends or you don't want to be in a relationship again. You're joking. Because in future, you will still have betrayals that are bigger than that. You will still experience it. But that is not for you to now say, oh, you want to tighten your heart. No. You keep yourself. That's when you keep self-developing. That's when you keep the core of your person. Your principles should be tighter. Your values should be stronger. What you accept, you should know you. What do you accept? What don't you accept? Like, what is good for you? What is not good for you? You get my vibe? Get me? Let me go to the comments. Mama Cara says, I keep hearing the word discernment. Yes, discernment is basically, it's spiritual. It's a spiritual gift. You just know how to tell evil from good. You can meet somebody today and you'll be like, no, there's something wrong about this person. You just be able to discern that something is off about this person. Or maybe it could even be a project. You come to a business meeting and they give you this proposal and you can sense something is off. That's the spirit of discernment, because at the end of the day you find out that truly you were right and there was something off or there was something very dangerous that God was protecting you from. So that discernment comes from the Holy Spirit. If you want to have that, just have the Holy Spirit in you. When you have the Holy Spirit, you'll be able to discern. When people come into your life, you can tell, you can discern if this person is right for you or not. But sometimes some of us shut that voice. We shut the voice of the Spirit in our life, especially at the beginning of relationships and friendship, because we are excited, because we are happy. We're like, oh my God, this new person, I really like this person, and the butterflies in our tummy, and we're so excited. You shut the voice of, you are hearing it, you are hearing that voice of the Spirit telling you, no, this person is not for you, highlighting those red flags for you, but you want to shut that voice of the Spirit because you are excited, because you are happy. That's why emotions, we must master our emotions. It's so important. Living on purpose says, say it again, there is beauty in letting go. Yes, just let go, just ease yourself up, because you find out that the person that you are holding grudge against, the person that you are holding on to in your chest, you find out that you go to that person's Instagram page and you see that the person has gotten married, the person has given birth to children, the person has gotten, maybe started their own company, the person is doing excellently well. You expect that, oh, this person hurts me, this person is not supposed to be thriving in life, this person is not so, that's not how it works. So that is not that is not how it works. So you find out that you've been holding on to this grudge for many years. So some people have held on to grudges for 20 years, and this person that you're holding grudge against probably has even forgotten, probably doesn't even remember, has no record of it. If you tell the person, this is what you did to me, the person is finding it hard to recollect. But you have held on to it for 20 years, and for that 20 years you've lived in pain, you've lived in resentment, you've caught people, you've not given people opportunity to love you, you've not given people opportunity to be friends with you, you've decided you don't want to be friends with anybody, because of this person that hurts you. You've rid your life of joy, of happiness. Why? It hurt you, fine, move on, forgive the person and keep going. Like, just don't change the course of your life. Don't kill your joy because of someone. No, don't do that. Don't do it. It might hurt you for the first couple of weeks, months. That's it. It's fine. Just keep going. You will find amazing people ahead. Don't hold on to grudge for years. It's going to kill you. See, let me tell you something about grudge. Grudge, it comes from a place of bitterness, hatred. And you see those things. You see hatred, bitterness, resentment. They are on the same they are in the same family with terminal diseases like cancer. Yes, I'm telling you, those hypertension, those things that kill. Oh yes, because it rids of your joy. Because every time you think about them, your heart is beating. You are angry, and you've kept anger in your heart for years. What? Don't do that. It's bad. It's very bad. God doesn't want us keeping grudges. And keeping grudges, it's you find out that sometimes you pray and you don't get answers to your prayer. It's because of that grudge. Yes. You are keeping grudge against somebody. Don't let, my pastor always say, don't let it be that there's somebody that you don't like. Don't have anybody in your life that you don't like. No, like everybody. Be lovable and love everybody. It's okay if they are awful people. That's okay. But just don't have that person that